Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. So for today's video I have a makeup collection video for you. So we'll be diving into my two sets of Alex 9 drawers, going into each drawer to give an overview of my collection and how I store them, and yeah, just to see what my current makeup collection is, because things do get switched out. I buy more things and I get rid of old things, but this is my current makeup collection. If you haven't already seen the other videos in this kind of series, I have a makeup studio tour, I have a what's in my professional kit video and what's in my professional brush belt, and I will also have a collection video of my personal brushes, so stay tuned for that as well. So yeah, if you'd like to have a look into my makeup collection, then just keep watching. So this is the top of my two Alex 9 drawers. If you saw my makeup studio tour, you would have seen this area. And this is basically all the storage for my makeup products. So this includes my personal makeup as well as my kit makeup. And generally my kit makeup is laid out on the countertop where you'll have seen in that studio tour, because that's where I take my clients. But every now and then, if I have a period where I'm not taking clients, or if I just want to clear everything away, it all goes in here together, and you'll see that some things are separated into personal and kit, so that I know when I'm using it that I need to like not double dip and use a palette and stuff. So starting with the top here, I have these little rose lights, but I never turn them on because they're actually, you can't really tell when they're on. They're very, very faint. That's them on. That's them off. I don't know if you can see that. So here I just have a little basket, and I'll pull products from the drawers and then take them over to my desk where I do my own makeup. So if it's just for every day or if it's for filming, I'll pop what I need into this. And then along here I have eyeshadow palettes. I do have more palettes in one of the drawers, but I don't really reach for those. These are kind of my most used ones. So I have kind of some smaller palettes down here, like the Kat Von D, one of their quads. I actually have two of the Naked Basics palette from Urban Decay, because I have one that I generally will keep in my little personal makeup bag that I will throw in my handbag, or keep that like in my bathroom or in my bedroom. Some kind of neutrals palettes, the Kat Von D Shade and Light in the matte and the shimmer. This is the original Lorac Pro, which used to get a huge amount of love. A lot of those are hitting pan. That's the original Naked palette, and the Modern Renaissance palette. And then I have some mix and match palettes there. There's a Z palette with some depotted shadows, a MAC palette, an Inglot Flexi palette, which have all just mix and matched shadows. And then I have my larger palettes along here. So I have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This is my big Inglot 40 palette that I went through in a video of its own. Then I have the Morphe 350 palette, and then back there is a very old school and one of my first eyeshadow palettes ever is the Coastal Scents 88 palette. I don't know if any of you were on or were watching YouTube around the time that this was like the big thing, but this was when I kind of started getting into YouTube. So I have this 88 palette, and I also have it in the shimmer version. So this is actually quite sentimental to me, but it's also very handy because there's just so many shades, especially of bright colours. If I'm looking for a specific blue, chances are I'll find it in here or something similar. So that's what I have along the top, and let's dive into the drawers. So then moving down into the drawers, and I actually have all of the drawers labelled because I'm like that. So let's jump into the first drawer. This is lashes, and these are for my kit. So I have obviously different, a whole bunch of different styles and a number of each style. So I won't go through every single style, but the majority of them are a more US. So I have a bunch of strips, and then I have individuals in the back there as well. And then I keep my duo glues and my scissors and tweezers in there as well, so they're all in the one spot. Then this drawer is pigments and glitters. Okay, so hopefully we have a bit of a better view here. So in the front here you can't see, but I have my NYX glitter primer, and if you didn't see, I did do a test of this against the Too Faced glitter shadow insurance, and I'll link that in the card if you haven't. And then I have three Inglot body sparkles, which are their glitters, and I just keep them upside down so I can see the labels. So that's what's in the front there. And then these white ones are from Wish. They came in a set, so they don't have a brand on them or anything. There is quite a small amount in each one, but I don't mind because I rarely go through a coloured glitter, and also they're so cheap. Then these three are from Eye Candy. These three are from Glitter Glam. And then I have four Stargazer glitters. And then right at the back there are some glitter liners from Collection. So then moving over here, I have two stacks of LA Splash glitters. I have them divided into kind of like a coloured stack and then a neutral stack. I have one glitter from Lime Crime. This is the Zodiac glitter in Taurus, and that's my only Lime Crime product. Then I have three of the heavy metal liners from Urban Decay in Distortion, Midnight Cowboy and Sticks and Bones. And then back there I have three NYX glitters in a stack. I obviously like buying glitters in threes. So then moving over, we're going into the pigments. So along here I have my Inglot pigments, and some of those I would consider like a glitter pigment hybrid, kind of the chunkier, really sparkly ones. This one is actually from the JLo collection. I did a review on that, so you can see that in action. And then there are a few that are kind of more of the finely milled pigments. Again, the white ones along here are from a collection from Wish, the Wish app. And then up here is my ivory stack from Naked Cosmetics. Again, quite old school. I was inspired by X Sparkage to buy that. Then along here, these larger ones are from Madison Street Beauty, which I believe are gone out of business. I can't find them online. And then at the very edge here, the smaller ones are from Bare Minerals. Then this one is actually a depotted one of a NYX pearl pigment, and I have two more here. So I bought these three together, but I think the red one, I think the packaging broke or something, so I just popped it into this, and there's actually a lot in it. This is an Inglot. It's a body sparkles, but it's actually more like a pigment. This is a Barry M pigment that's from LOV Cosmetics. This is one from Bella Terra, and then you can see a little colourful stack from La Femme. And then right at the back then I have kind of some random ones. So like I have this from Makeup Forever. It's their Fluo Night Powder, so it goes, it shines under a black light. And I've actually had this for ages and never used it, but I should definitely pull that out and do something with that. And then like I have some like random like gems and rhinestones and stuff right at the back there. Okay, so going one down from that, I have eyeliners, bases and single shadows. So I have like cream shadows that I could use as bases or just as cream shadows. So some of the Maybelline Colour Tattoos, like my MAC Soft Ochre is there. A cream shadow from Kiko. Actually, I think I have two of those. I don't know why the other one is gone. Some cream shadow crayons, and there's some more cream shadow sticks back there. Then in this container I have gel liners. Oh, there's the other one. That shouldn't be in there. That should be here. So these are all gel liners. There's a lot of them are from Fraulein, and I have them kind of swatched there so I know what the numbers are because it's kind of hard to see in the frosted glass. Then in this container is pencil and liquid liners. So a whole mix of those. And then right here I just kind of have this sectioned off because these are the ones that I have from my kit. So I know if I'm using those pots that I know to scoop them out and use them on a palette. And if I'm using the pencils, I know to sanitize them again. And then I also have my glitter glue that I use, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and the Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion. I use those in my kit. And then again at the back, see this is the annoying thing about the Alex ones, that they don't come all the way out. But right at the back there's a little container of some Sephora liquid liners. And then I also have a few single shadows back there. So then moving one over to the side, I have extra palettes, brows and mascaras. And again, they're kind of separated into kind of personal and kit use. So right in the front that you can't see there are some brow gels. In this little section, I have the brow products that I use on myself. So there are some little palettes, that's from Collection, that's from 17. Some different pomades, some different pencils and gels. Then over to this section, I have my personal mascaras. So different ones that I'm using at the moment. And then this is kind of kit stuff, so mascaras and lash curlers for the kit, a clear brow gel, brow pencils, this is a MAC eyeshadow quad that I use for brows, and then some brow pomades. And then I have extra palettes that I don't reach for enough to have on the top. So there's a lot of like cheaper kind of drugstore ones, so there's like a L'Oreal one. This is the Coastal Scents 88 shimmer one that matches the one that I have up there, but this is all shimmers. And then those are some sleek palettes right there. So then moving back over to this side just to finish off kind of the eye section. So the third one down then is my personal lashes. So this is like a jumble of different things. These black ones are Inglot, and these white ones actually they just don't have the black case. Some of the Amore US, Revel London, Huda Beauty, Elevation lashes, and some random ones. Those are P. Louise. They're the glues that I tend to use. There's either the brush on dark one or the squeezy tube dark one from Duo. Those are pennies. These are Be a Beauty, which I like a lot. These are Azarido. Then the yellow ones in the very back there are Eldora, and then just some more random in between and at the back. So then coming one over again, we're coming into like the base products section. So this is primers. So generally these ones in the front are kind of my go-tos for my kit, but then I've arranged different ones that I'll either use for myself or for my kit. I'll kind of mix and match. So if you've seen my videos before, you might know that the Kiko Matte Face Base is my current go-to for myself. I also love the Professional on myself and in my kit. The Inglot Yellow and Green HD primers are great for redness. The yellow is better for oily skin and the green for dry skin. I actually talked about those recently on an Instagram live. There's some tinted moisturizers there that I like to use as bases for a little bit of extra coverage. And then right at the back, I think, yeah, we have a little section of little minis and samples and stuff. So those are my priming and prepping products. And then we'll just come down one to cream, contour and highlight. This drawer doesn't get quite as much love because I just don't tend to reach for it for myself or for my kit. But every now and then, if I want something that's really glowy and natural, or if I have someone with very dry skin, I will. I just generally have a powder preference. So I have some highlighters from Benefit and from Me Cosmetics. There's various liquid illuminators. This is like a cream concealer palette going from light to dark. And then there's also this Sephora palette, which has a mixture of creams and powders. I should actually pop that in a different drawer so that it would get more use, but I'll leave it there for the moment. And then these ones are actually samples of the Sleek Cream Foundation, but they also work nicely as like contours and highlights, and they're in very handy palettes. And then this you might have seen me actually use before. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt Contouring Palette, and I like to use the contour shade for a nose contour. So yeah, this needs to get more love than it does. This was actually an old favourite that I haven't used in a while. This is the MAC Pearl Cream Colour Base. So yeah, I need to kind of rediscover this drawer a little bit. So then moving down another one, this is my personal foundations and concealers. So the ones I use on myself. So I've all foundations here in the front. I have a container of concealers, and then some, this is actually a cushion foundation, and then some concealer palettes. But yeah, I'll just mix and match what I use depending on how tan or not tan I am, and what way my skin is at the moment, if I want more or less coverage. So I could probably filter some of these out, but I do want to kind of go through each one and really test them out properly, because I am getting married next year, so I'm kind of spending the year trialing products and doing all my different makeup trials to get my perfect base and perfect look. So yeah, those are all my personal foundations and concealers. And then the next drawer down is my kit foundations and concealers. So you will have seen some of these laid out in my What's in My Kit video, but there are extras in here as well. So I have my Urban Decay All Nighters, Tarte Shape Tape concealers are down there, I don't think you can see them. Some Makeup Forever, Dermacol, and then a selection of concealers. And then at the back are some palettes. So this is a Dermacolor palette, a Graftobian foundation palette, and that's a Sephora and Pantone concealer palette. So moving back over to this side, we'll do these few drawers here. So this is the setting drawer. So various setting sprays and powders. These are some translucent ones. These are coloured ones. And then these ones are kind of tinted. And then I have some palettes. This is a Z palette with Inglot powders, and this is a Ben Nye powder palette. And then I have some blotting sheets as well. Underneath that then I have blush. So pretty much these are all powders with the exception of these 6 products here. There's 2 e.l.f. cream blushes, a NYX, it's kind of a blush highlight hybrid, a Daniel Sandler watercolour blush. This is a Benefit Posy Tint for lips and cheeks. And then this is a Stila Cream blush for cheeks as well. And then the rest are all powder. So I kind of have my favourites in the front. So these ones along here and these 2 as well. And then a mix and match. This is a little Sleek Trio blush palette. And then I have more palettes back here. You can see my Inglot blush palette that you will have seen in my What's in My Kit. And then I have some more blush palettes in there as well. There's a little Z palette one. There's some Makeup Revolution ones. There's this long one is La Femme. They're really pigmented and really good colours for deeper skin tones. And a few others back there as well. So the next one down then is the powder contour and highlight. So we had the cream contour and highlight, and this one is all powders, which this one does get a lot of love. So in here I have bronzers and contours, like single bronzers and contours. And here I have single highlighters, with the exception of this one that has 4 different highlighters in it. And then along the side are some small duos. So like this one is an Inglot that has a contour and a blush that I like to use a lot. The Naked has a contour, blush and highlight, and then these ones are contour and highlight duos. And then here are palettes stacked, so contour and highlight palettes, or just there's some highlighter palettes. And then some of my favourites from this drawer would be my NYX highlight and contour palette. That gets an awful lot of use from me. The Leopard Print Zebra palette has different Inglot bronzers and contours in it. I use that an awful lot for my kit, and you will have seen that laid out in my What's in My Kit video. I love my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Highlight wise, I really like the JLo loose highlighter that I had in my JLo Inglot collection review. I'm also really loving the Balm Mary Luminizer, an oldie but a goodie. So yeah, this drawer gets a lot of love. So then coming down one, we are getting into lips. So this is my personal lips drawer. So I kind of have it divided into like bullet lipsticks here, lip pencils. There is a little pile underneath there where I started depotting some lipsticks. This is like liquid lipsticks and like matte lip crayons, and then these are lip glosses. So that's fairly organised, but I do tend to reach for the same few an awful lot. So I do kind of need to rediscover a lot of these products as well. And then moving back over to this side, this is my kit lips section. But I have lip liners, the NYX liquid lip suedes, an Inglot palette, a little sleek palette, a little Pam makeup palette, some lip glosses, some single lipsticks, and then some more palettes there. So that's fairly well organised as well. And the next one down is airbrush. So this is my Dinair airbrush kit, and it actually doesn't get a huge amount of love anymore. I could probably update to a different like Temp 2 kit, because I've had this for a while and I do like it, but I just don't absolutely love it. Then back over to this side, this is my SFX drawer. I don't do a huge amount of SFX, and it is a complete mess. Because I don't do a huge amount, it's basically just for Halloween. So that's kind of all over the place at the moment, but there's a mixture of like face paints, different glues, different fake bloods, brushes that I don't particularly like for regular makeup, I use for SFX. There's this face lace that I've had for ages that I do actually really want to use, so maybe I should get on that. But yeah, that's basically like Halloween drawer. I'll reorganize that when I come to it. So then down to miscellaneous. So they're like extra palettes, extra like empty pots, and basically kind of extra organization things, and like bottles and tubes and stuff that aren't being used but might come in handy in the future. So then the last drawer that we have is labeled backups. It's kind of like the other one in that it's extras, but it's basically more products. So I do also have the Naked on the Run palette in here, because, well, number one, it has a bit of everything, so it doesn't really fit into one of the drawers, but also I kind of keep it aside for travel because it's perfect for travel. So then I'll also keep my little mini travel brush set that I take with me all the time. And then, as the label says, it's basically backups. So backups of brush cleaner, wipes, disposables, lip moisturizer, some random brushes, just extras basically. And that is it. So that is it for my makeup collection video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it interesting. I love watching makeup collection videos. And if you're here watching this, then I presume you do too. And I hope you liked it. So if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you like it and that you like this kind of video. And it helps out my channel an awful lot. And if you'd like to see more from me, and if you'd like to see my brush collection video, then don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And yeah, that's it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.